Hello, whisperers. Welcome to the channel. If you enjoy tonight's tale, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It helps more than you know. Now, dim the lights, and let's begin tonight's story. The war started at 4:12 a.m., not with a bang, not with an invasion, with a silence so heavy it made your ears ring. No alerts, no text messages, no emergency broadcast system. The grid was already down by the time you opened your eyes. No power, no cell service. Just cold air, flickering sky glow through the blinds, and a low thunder that wouldn't stop. It wasn't a single nuke. That's not how modern war works. It was a dozen strikes, coordinated, strategic, beautiful in their precision if you weren't standing beneath one. Air bases, communication hubs, energy grids, gone in under 6 minutes. The next wave came from above, not jets, not missiles, drones. Thousands of them, some the size of hawks, others the size of vans. All of them scanning, listening, targeting. And when they ran out of military targets, they didn't fly home, they just kept listening. Then the boots came down, not on some distant foreign beach, but here, in Kansas, in Pennsylvania, in Oregon. Paratroopers, convoys, mobile command units, speaking a language that wasn't yours. No uniforms you recognized, no flags, no mercy. You stepped outside and saw your neighbor lying in their driveway, burned, half-dressed, clutching a phone that couldn't save them. And that's when it hit you. This wasn't a drill. This wasn't a movie. This wasn't something the government was going to fix. This was the new reality. And survival wasn't about strength. It was about knowing exactly what not to do next. So here they are, the only tips I can give you. If you follow them, you might make it to day 4. If you don't, you'll just be another body in the street the drones fly over. Tip 1. Don't check the window. I know what you're thinking. The blast wasn't close. Your house didn't shake. You just want to know how bad it is. So you walk to the window, and that's when you die. When the first warhead hits, whether it's nuclear, kinetic, or chemical, the second one is already on the way, not to hit the same target, to hit the people looking at it. Because modern warfare isn't just about destruction, it's about watching you react. It's about punishing your curiosity. When you stand in front of the glass, when you peek through the blinds, you turn yourself into a heat signature, a silhouette, a target. And if it was nuclear, even a distant detonation will flash bright in the sky. Instinct will tell you to look, but your eyes don't process it like daylight. They process it like white fire. Retinas melt in seconds. Skin on your face starts to bubble, and that's if you're miles from ground zero. If you're closer, the blast wave won't throw you back. It'll pull you apart. Organs rupture, bones shatter. Your body becomes shrapnel for someone else's living room. Here's what you do instead. Get away from all windows immediately, even if you think you're out of range. You're not. Pressure waves can smash glass from miles out. Get low, cover your head, face down, mouth open. That last one's important. Keeps your lungs from exploding when the pressure hits. Count. If you saw the flash and you're still alive, start counting. Every second that passes is more distance between you and the fire. Don't be the one who needs to see it to believe it, because by the time you see it, it's already seen you, and it doesn't care how curious you were. Tip 2, assume the power is never coming back. When the lights first cut out, I didn't panic. It's just the grid, I told myself. Give it an hour, maybe 2. They'll fix it. They didn't. And by the time I realized the truth, it was already too late. This wasn't a blackout. This was an electromagnetic pulse, an EMP. It doesn't just shut off the power, it kills it. Everything that ran on a chip, dead. Phones, cars, radios, generators, medical equipment. Your house is a shell now, a cave with drywall. There's no reboot, no tech support. The circuitry is fried from the inside out. You'll try your car. It won't start. You'll try your phone. No service, not even a glow. And then you'll feel it. That silence, not the peaceful kind. The kind that means you're cut off from everyone. Here's what you do. Stop waiting for the grid to recover. It won't. Not in time to help you. Not for months. Maybe not ever. If you didn't protect it in a Faraday cage, it's gone. Laptops, flashlights, radios, toast. If you prepped, now is when you open the box. Start conserving analog gear like it's gold. Crank radios, solar flashlights, walkie-talkies with fresh batteries. If it didn't run on a chip, it's sacred now. Burn printed maps into your brain. You'll need to navigate with street signs, stars, and instinct. And finally, understand what this really means. You're not in 2025 anymore. You're in 1825 with better shoes and worse odds. There's no grid, no rescue, no coordination, just you and whatever you managed to grab before everything went quiet. Tip 3. Filter every breath you take. It didn't smell like anything. That's what got people killed. They stepped outside after the blast thinking the danger had passed. But what drifted down from the sky wasn't ash. It was death in slow motion. Fallout doesn't look like poison. It looks like dust, like powder, like the snow you wished for when you were a kid. But this snow gets into your lungs, into your eyes, into the tiny cracks in your skin. And it doesn't kill you right away. It waits. A week later, your teeth fall out, your skin peels in sheets, and your stomach won't stop bleeding. They called it black rain in Japan, and now it's here, falling on backyards and playgrounds, settling on car roofs, soaking into soil. You don't have to be in the blast zone to die from it, just downwind. So here's what you do. Seal your home like it's underwater. Plastic wrap, duct tape, garbage bags, windows, vents, chimneys, every crack. Block airflow, but not oxygen. One room, one entrance. Seal it tight. Use towels, tarps, furniture, anything. Cover your mouth. Always. A damp rag, a surgical mask, an old t-shirt soaked in clean water. It's not perfect, but it's better than breathing powdered cancer. Watch the weather. If the wind shifts and you're in the fallout path, stay inside. 72 hours minimum, no exceptions. And if you have to go out, don't come back inside wearing what you wore out there. Strip in the entryway, bag your clothes, wipe down with clean water, no matter how cold, and never ever bring fallout into your breathing space. The air is not safe just because it's invisible. In a world where the bombs already fell, the deadliest thing you can do is inhale. Tip 4. Hide from the sky. It used to be quiet at night. Now it hums. A low, mechanical buzz that drifts overhead like a swarm of flies. It never stops. It never sleeps. And if you step outside at the wrong moment, it kills you before you even understand why. You won't see them, not until it's too late. Some are the size of hawks. Others are like small cars. All of them are armed. Some with facial recognition, others with heat-seeking payloads. Some are autonomous. Some are hunting. And you? You're not a combatant. You're not even a target. You're practice. In the first few hours of the invasion, most U.S. air defenses were taken out. Missile silos, radar stations, gone. Now, our skies belong to them. Drones marked with flags you don't recognize. Others with no markings at all. Like ghosts that whisper above your roof, just waiting for you to flinch. Here's how you survive. Do not go outside during daylight, not even to check your garden, not to grab water. Drones scan for movement, contrast, heat signatures. You will not outrun them. Blackout everything. Foil, blankets, cardboard. Cover windows and reflective surfaces. No flashlights near windows. No phones. No glow. No fires. No smoke. No body heat visible from above. If you're burning fuel, keep it inside a sealed room with minimal ventilation. It's a risk, but so is freezing. Stay low, stay buried, stay cold. Basements, storm shelters, underground parking garages. If it's below street level, it's safer. If not, make one. Don't rely on silence. Some drones scan for heartbeats. You are not paranoid. You're alive. And that buzzing above your house, it's not the wind, it's not surveillance, it's not a warning. It's the sound of a machine that doesn't care if you're a child, a veteran, or a grandmother. It sees movement. It sends coordinates. And then it erases you. Tip 5. The government's not coming, but someone else already did. You kept waiting for the military to show up. Convoys of Humvees, helicopters overhead, National Guard at intersections, but no one came. No one ever will. The truth hit around day one. They didn't abandon you. They evacuated themselves. Your neighborhood isn't defenseless. It's undefended. And into that vacuum, someone always steps in. Foreign troops, occupying forces, the kind that wear no flag, the kind that shoot first, record later, and ask nothing at all. They don't call themselves liberators. They don't even pretend. When they arrive, they don't kick in your door like the movies. They stand at the end of the street, watching. They block the highways, not with barricades, but with gunfire. You'll hear rumors. They're offering food. They're processing survivors. They're letting Americans surrender. Let me be clear. You don't want to be processed. Here's how you survive. Stay out of sight. If you can see the road, they can see you. Cover your windows. Don't peek through blinds. Do not wave. Do not flash signals. Do not approach soldiers, even if they speak English. Occupation forces are trained to mimic your language. They will use American voices, uniforms, badges. It doesn't mean they're friendly. It means they're practiced. Don't trust aid stations. Many are traps, designed to gather survivors in one place for relocation. You won't be relocated. You'll be erased. Never, ever surrender your weapons or supplies, not to foreign soldiers, not to militia, not to anyone. The moment you give up what keeps you alive, you're already dead. You'll hear gunshots from a few blocks away. You'll see fires in strip malls. You'll hear voices on megaphones promising water, safety, and shelter. They are not for you. They are for the desperate, the hopeful, the naive. You are not those things anymore. You are surviving in an occupied country. And the second you forget that, you won't be surviving anything. Tip 6. Secure your water or start dying. You can go weeks without food, but after 3 days without water, your body starts to shut down. Your thoughts get slow. Your muscles cramp. Your heartbeat turns strange. By day 4, you're not thirsty. You're dying, and you won't die clean. The taps stopped running the morning after the blasts. Municipal pumps failed. Wells dried up, and all the bottled water gone within 6 hours. People fought over cases at gas stations, not looters, parents, screaming, bleeding, breaking each other's bones just for a gallon of safety. Here's what most don't realize. Even if you find water, you still might die. Because almost everything that looks clean isn't. Here's how you survive. Collect early. If it's raining within the first 24 hours after the blasts and you're not downwind of a detonation, put out everything you can. Buckets, trash bins, pots, even your damn boots. Boil everything. If you have power or fuel, boil for at least 1 full minute. No fire. Filter through cloth and disinfect with 8 drops of bleach per gallon. Shake. Let it sit 30 minutes. Avoid rivers, creeks, and lakes near cities. They're full of runoff, fuel, blood, radiation. If it looks easy to access, assume it's been poisoned. Guard your supply like it's ammo. People will kill for a bottle. They'll kill for less. Don't ration at the wrong time. Drink when you need to think. Dehydration makes mistakes. And in a war zone, one mistake is fatal. The war outside might be quiet for now, but the war inside your body has already started, and it doesn't care how brave you are, only how prepared. Tip 7. Stay quiet, stay dim, stay invisible. They won't knock, they won't shout, they won't ask if you're okay. They'll just open your door and kill you because you left the porch light on, because you boiled water too loud, because they smelled food and followed it like animals. When the grid dies and the laws evaporate, there's nothing left but need, and need is louder than bombs. The enemy isn't just wearing a uniform anymore. Sometimes they're in the house 2 doors down. Sometimes they're your neighbor, and sometimes they're just cold, scared, and hungry enough to become something else. You think you're quiet? You're not. The walls in most houses are paper. The floor creaks. Your breath fogs the window. Your candlelight flickers out into the street. And someone is always watching. Here's how you survive. No lights, no glow, no screens. Tape up windows with blankets or foil. Cover any gaps. Even a phone screen is enough to draw attention. No sounds above a whisper. No music, no crying, no arguments. Muffle everything. Pillows, towels, whatever it takes. No smells. Don't cook unless absolutely necessary. If you have to, use canned goods cold. Smoke will bring them. So will the scent of something warm. No routine. Never do anything at the same time twice. Patterns get noticed. Noticed gets remembered. Remembered gets you killed. Guard your perimeter. Leave traps if you can. Noise alerts, broken glass near entry points. Know your exits. And never ever sleep unarmed. There is no such thing as low risk in a war zone. You're not just trying to live, you're trying to not be noticed. Because in a world stripped of power, food, and order, the quietest one survives longest, and the loudest one gets eaten first. Tip 8. Don't trust the first voice you hear. It came through a battery-powered radio, a soft, crackling voice saying, "Attention survivors, a temporary shelter has been established at Jefferson Middle School. Food, water, and medical attention available. Proceed calmly. You are not alone." My hand hovered over the door. My legs were already moving. But something felt off. The school that was bombed yesterday. I saw the smoke. I smelled the ash. That voice wasn't hope. It was a net, and I almost walked right into it. In a modern war, they don't just drop bombs. They drop lies, broadcasts, pre-recorded messages, fake evacuation routes, fake GPS pings, even uniforms if they really want to play the long game. Psychological warfare isn't about scaring you. It's about guiding you into the open, into a trap, into the teeth of someone who knows exactly what you want to hear. Here's how you survive. Treat all broadcasts as false until confirmed in person. Yes, even if they sound American, even if they use real station names. A radio isn't a friend, it's a lure. Don't follow instructions that lead you closer to population centers. If someone wants you grouped together during an invasion, ask yourself, why? Ignore QR codes, emergency websites, or text instructions if anything still works. Cyber warfare is part of the battlefield now. One click, and they have your location. You don't need answers, you need distance. If someone claims to have a safe place and you didn't see it yourself, don't go. It could be a trap. Or worse, it could be real, but full. And no one turns away the hungry gently anymore. You will want to believe the voice. You'll want to follow the map. You'll want to see a flag, or a convoy, or a uniform, and just collapse into their arms and say, "Please, I made it." But you didn't. Not yet. Because in this war, trust is more dangerous than radiation, more fatal than gunfire. And if you follow the wrong voice, you won't hear anything ever again. Tip 9. Keep your heat in and your panic out. The first night was cold, but the second, that's when the frost started forming on the inside of the window. That's when my breath hung in the air like smoke from a dying fire. That's when I realized the war wouldn't kill me with bullets or drones. It would kill me with winter. No power means no heat, no gas, no furnace. And if you're like most people, you don't have a fireplace. Even if you do, it's loud. It vents smoke. It makes you visible. So the cold creeps in, and it doesn't need permission. But the worst part isn't the freezing. It's what the cold does to your brain. You stop thinking clearly. You stop feeling your fingers. You fall asleep, telling yourself you'll just rest for a second. And then you don't wake up. Here's how you survive. Seal off one room, only one. Smaller space means retained body heat. Pick a room with no external windows if you can. Use whatever you have to insulate. Trash bags, newspapers, clothes, blankets, rugs. Stuff them in cracks, vents, under doors. Sleep in layers. Huddle. Share warmth. Use body heat like fuel. Rotate sleepers if you have to. One person awake equals one person alive. Don't panic, don't pace, don't waste energy. Panic burns calories and floods your system with adrenaline. You'll sweat, then freeze harder. No fire unless you're absolutely sure it won't be seen. If you light something, seal the smoke. Cover the glow. Be prepared to extinguish instantly. And listen to me. You're going to want to scream from frustration, from fear, from pain. But that scream, it will tell the world where you are. And the world doesn't care that you're cold. It will only care that you're alive. The cold is quiet, so you need to be quieter. Outlast it, endure it, because frostbite heals slower than gunshots. And in a war like this, there's no second chance. Tip 10. If you hear gunfire, go the other way. The war doesn't march down Main Street waving a flag. It seeps into neighborhoods like mold. You won't see it until it's too late. But you'll hear it. One shot, then two, then a chorus that turns your stomach, and your instinct will scream. Go see who it was. Go help. Go check. Ignore that voice, because the war is right there, and it just found someone else first. By now, paratroopers are already in country. Some cities fell fast, others not so clean. Now there are militias, deserters, civilians with stolen rifles, and nothing left to lose. And none of them know who you are. They just see another threat, or worse, another supply run. Here's how you survive. Do not investigate gunfire. Ever. You are not a soldier. This is not your fight. Gunfire means the front line has shifted, and now you're behind it. Change direction immediately. If you're on foot and hear shooting, go fast, quietly. Use cover, break sight lines, don't look back. Assume any gunfire you hear is moving toward you. Sound echoes weird in empty cities. What's a mile away can become in your backyard in 5 minutes. Avoid intersections, open streets, and elevated ground. Snipers, scouts, and patrols, scan those first. If you can see far, so can they. Don't assume uniforms equal safety. Some shoot anything that moves. Some are baiting a response. Some just don't care anymore. If you see bodies, don't stop. If you hear screams, don't follow. If someone yells, "Help," from an alley, you already know what I'm going to say. This is not cowardice. This is survival. In a war like this, the hero dies first. The cautious one lives just long enough to suffer. Be the one who no one sees, the one who wasn't there, the one who heard the shots. If you've made it this far, you're already a statistical anomaly. Most people didn't survive the first hour. The rest didn't survive the first night. They opened the door. They lit a candle. They followed the wrong voice or chased the wrong instinct. And now they're just background noise in a war that doesn't even know their names. You're still breathing, but don't confuse that with safety. The first 72 hours weren't a test. They were a filter. The world isn't coming back. There's no reset, no cavalry, no miracle broadcast saying we've taken back the cities. The cities are gone, and what's left isn't worth saving. Here's what survival looks like now. You don't speak unless you have to. You don't travel unless it's dark. You don't trust anyone who finds you. And you don't ask questions you already know the answers to. You stay cold. You stay cautious. You stay quiet. And you stop waiting for the government, the military, or your old life to walk back through the door. Because if anyone does walk through that door now, they're not here to help. This isn't the end of the world. It's just the end of the version you used to believe in. The version where things get better, where order returns, where good wins. That story is over, And if you want to keep turning pages, you better remember this: no one is coming to save you. And that's the only reason you're still alive.